Hey, Dunbar High School TSA parents and families. It's me, Mr. P. Hey, I just want to get a video out. We got some stuff going on this week, next week, and the week after. So just want to give you guys a heads up as to what is happening in the chapter, okay? First things first, I hope everybody had a really great 3-day weekend. The weather was cold, it was nice, it got cold again, and so Florida was doing Florida things again. Okay, so hopefully the weather is starting to warm up a little bit, and we can kind of start getting back to normal Florida type weather. Okay, so just real quick in the TSA Google Classroom, what is going on in the chapter? This Thursday we do have a TSA meeting. Okay, students will be staying. They'll be staying late. So anywhere between 4:30 to 5, depending on where they're at in their events. Now I'm staying until 4:30, but if your child is done working on their projects and they need to go and take care of other things, they're free to leave whenever they want. Okay, I'm here to 4:30. I'm making the classroom available for them to work on their stuff before we go to competition in 8 weeks. I think it's 8 weeks, 9 weeks, I don't know, 8 or 9 weeks. Time's flying fast. It really is. It's flying. So just some upcoming deadlines. Okay, if there is a child, if your child was one of my chapter officers last year, or maybe an officer in a TSA chapter in a previous life at another school in Lee County or wherever, and if they're interested in running for state officer, that application is due by March 2nd. Okay, so just want to kind of give you guys a heads up on that. I know we've had some interest in the chapter for state officers. We can only have two applicants per chapter. So I've had some general interest. So I mean, I still have 2 applications, but if your child wants an application, that's the requirement. They must have been a a chapter officer previously. Okay, and then the other thing is prejudged events. Okay, there are some events that are prejudged. Okay, now my veterans, they love to mess with me on this day. Okay, they love to bring the prejudged dates right to March 6th. Okay, right to the deadline. Okay, so my recommendation to the chapter is always try to get your prejudged events in before that March 6th deadline, because Murphy's Law, if it's going to go wrong, it will go wrong. It loves to rear its ugly head this time of year, so make sure that that if the event is done and things are good on the internet side to upload the events, call it done. Okay, that way you walk away, your hands are clean of it, you're done. Okay, so money, hotel money, it's trickling in. Okay, right now I had some students pay. Great. Okay, you guys are on the list, you're done. Okay, but if it's just your child going, it's going to be $191 just for your child. But if the chaperones are going, it's $636. Okay, and your child stays with you. One more thing to add to the list. On January 29th, that's the last Thursday of the month, we're going to do our TSA group photo. So make sure that your child has their blue TSA shirt, their competition.
Unknown caller.
They have their competition shirt on. They have the red tie if they bought one, and gray pants. They have to wear the gray pants because we use the group photo for 2 things. 1, we have the group photo, and 2, I want to check for competition readiness. Okay, so I want to make sure that you have the blue shirt, red tie. Guys, red tie is required. Females, it's optional. And then the gray pants. Okay, gray pants for the girls. If you want to do pants, if you want to do a gray skirt, dress, a gray skirt, that's fine. Okay, and dress shoes. Just make sure you have a pair of dress shoes on the side. You don't have to wear the dress shoes for the group photo. Just make sure you have the uniform on. Okay.
Unknown caller.
Sorry about that. My phone's ringing. But anyway, make sure that that they have uniform. Okay. Other than that, as we get closer to the competition, things are going to start becoming a little more fluid. Okay. So basically, what's going to happen is that as we get closer to that competition deadline, you might see 2 or 3 videos out, by me in a week. Okay, so parents, I appreciate appreciate your patience. Just make sure that you guys are watching these videos and you're keeping up. Okay, and then the other thing is chaperones. You have to get fingerprinted. Okay, that is a Florida statute. I have no control of that. So basically, the school's going to get notified that you guys got fingerprinted. Make sure that's done because I'm going to be checking to see who got fingerprinted probably next week or maybe the week after because I wanted to make sure that all my chaperones have have the fingerprint life going on. If you are currently a teacher or an administrator, you do not need fingerprints. Okay, you're good. Okay, because that was part of the hiring process. Is you need to have your fingerprints taken. Okay, but if you are not a teacher or you're something else on the outside, whatever, make sure your fingerprints are taken. Okay, I sent that email out a couple weeks ago. What I will do is I will send out another one just reminding you guys to get your fingerprints taken. Okay. Other than that, guys, that's it. That's all I got. Okay. Meeting Thursday. We got another meeting next Thursday, and then and then this is I'm going to call this crunch time right now. Okay, the meetings are getting longer, and and Mr. P is probably going to go insane at some point. No, but I enjoy doing this. Okay, so it's always a good time here. Kids are working. Kids are actively working. They're gunning for that chapter cup at the award show. Let's go ahead and have the best year ever. Okay, so until then, guys, talk to you later. Bye.